Let me just say it. The reason I have the smile on my face is because I am so fucking happy that this damn trilogy is done and over with. What's going on, guys? My returning members and new members, this is Joshua Drake Roundel here, and welcome to Epictastic Joshua, or welcome back. And I'm here for the end of this little trilogy here, because thank God it's over. I accomplished it, and I can say I achieved something. What am I talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Strangers, Chapter 3. Thank God, man. Thank goodness this is the last of this trilogy, because I can't take anymore. This is directed by Renny Harlin once again, and stars Madelaine Petsch once again, Richard Brake, Rachel Shelton, Kyle Brandendorf, Emma Horvath, Ford Gutierrez, and Gabriel Bezo. Let's just get this fucking shit over with. Tethered by a frightening conclusion, Meyer and the Strangers are locked in an unavoidable, unforgiving collision course, a showdown that proves that they are far from strangers now. It has been no secret that I am not a fan of this Strangers trilogy so far. Chapter 2 is one of my worst movies of last year, which I will do that worst and best of 2025 hopefully soon. Chapter 1 was one of my most disappointing movies of 2024. And I don't really want to discuss my thoughts on the first two, the 2008 and Prairie Nights. I reviewed them on the channel. So I went into this with no excitement, little to no excitement whatsoever. Because I was just at the point where I'm fucking tired of watching these movies. I just want to get this shit over with in terms of this particular trilogy. I can confidently say we made it, everyone, because 4 movies back to freaking back. It has been a frustrating, mentally exhausting process with 3 movies that are not good back to back. I couldn't leave this alone forever. I couldn't. And easily, this is number 4 of the worst movies of 2026 so far. This movie is anger-inducing, but not as anger-inducing as Twin on Tubi was. Twin was just pathetic, and it was lazy, and it was bullshit. I will say, of the movies in the Strangers trilogy, I will say this is the best of the 3. But that doesn't give you a pass. Like I said, it is the best of the trilogy, as it does try to do something a little more different. Although it ain't executed the best, I will give you points for trying to do something different. And I felt like if you actually try and commit it to doing this whole crazy storyline where you have one of the main survivors kind of be consumed and controlled to do what you say, I actually thought that would have been a great, interesting way to do it off. This is an idea that should have been explored more in the first movie. The movie also has some nice camera work. I will say it's shot very well. That's one thing he has not lost, is the way how to shoot a film. So there's one moment of tension that did remind me of The Strangers 2008. That's the one moment I will actually give it, where it was actually trying to be scary. Also, some needle drops were fine. Gabriel Bezo, despite how much they do with his character, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I'll say I do like it. I do like more of what they try to do with him. He gives a good performance, just like the first 2, and just like with anything else I've seen this girl in. Madelaine Petsch is a capable actress. I wish she had a better movie franchise to show it in terms of horror. I wish she had better scripts for her to show it. But this entire trilogy has not been the best showcase in terms of what she can do as an actress. I've seen her be great. Riverdale, Maintenance Required, Hotel for the Holiday. I believe one day, if you give her a great film, or you give her a great script and a great directors, like Renny Harlin, despite the script for this, or give her a great character. I'm one of those people who's argued that she should be Poison Ivy in the DCU, or a Firestar, or a 007 girl, or something. If you give her a script that will work for her, it'll be a situation where it's like, oh, we was wrong about Madelaine Petsch. She's actually a good actress. I'm still rooting for her as a fan of her, but this is just not the movies to do it. Those positives I give is not enough to recommend this unsatisfying, pathetic excuse of a closing chapter to this trilogy. Same damn issues as we have as the last two. The characters here are not as interesting, not even Maya here. I was frustrated with the way they choose to make her character in this movie. I understand she's a girl who's lost her fiance or boyfriend. I understand that she's going through some shit. This is a prime example of what you can do when you don't have the best writers. And it just makes you question, why was even this a freaking trilogy?
Oh my god, I know.
What they do with her is beyond baffling and insulting. Nothing feels earned. Nothing feels satisfying. This is like an hour and a half of trying to throw shit to the wall and see what's stuck. I don't like the fact the answers that you give about who is Tamar, why the strangers do what they do, why are they the strangers, why they act the way as they act. A lot of that, the answers that you get, if you come in to get some good answers, you are going to be sadly disappointed, because none of these answers are even the most satisfying. I'm sitting here like, that's bullshit.
Get the fuck out of here!
And by the time it was over, was sitting here like scratching my head and just literally wanted to yell because I was so mad watching this movie. Nothing here was resolved. It's like, this easily could have been one freaking movie. That's what I'm saying. This could have been one fucking movie, and we could have saved me the time and trouble of this. I was one of those people who was championing this trilogy, being like, there's something here. Maybe you could do something interesting. Maybe you could play on the lore. And the sad part is, the strangers, these are three iconic killers in the case of Pinup Doll, Scarecrow, and the other one. That's how mad I am. You're gonna finally give us some answers here, and this is what you're doing. This is how you repay me, watching this nonsense. I sat here. I don't want to hear a damn thing from people saying, Josh, you didn't give this a chance. I gave this a chance. You understand? I was one of those people trying to be open-minded. But damn it, when your movie is not good, it just ain't good. This doesn't even feel like Renny Harlin is directing. It feels like someone is holding Renny Harlin back. That clearly does piss me off when it comes to this, because Renny Harlin, for better or worse, is a capable director. When you have a good actress in Madelaine Petsch, again, you clearly wasted the efforts and times of Cheryl Blossom. This is Madelaine Petsch we talking about. Gorgeous, fine as hell redhead from Riverdale. The fuck is your problem, writers? Confrontation is just lazy. The confrontation is unsatisfying for me. It just gave me flashbacks of Halloween Ends and After Ever Happy, which I didn't even see After Everything because I spared myself from that toxic ass excuse of a fucking romance franchise. The last film, watching all three of these movies yearly, back to back, from 2024 to 2026, just proves the very much thing when it comes to this. You can have a talented director like Renny Harlin and Madelaine Petsch, who is a capable actress who I want to see better of going forward, for better and worse. She will try. You don't execute it right with a good script, you ain't got nothing. And this movie proves how fully potentially wasted this trilogy was. The reveals that you want to give, it seriously boggles my mind how this got greenlit as a trilogy. It's seriously baffling and seriously mind-blowing. I'm sitting here fucking pissed off as I'm reviewing it. I was hoping y'all would have something good here. You're just going through the motions with these movies. I think this trilogy and this third movie might have killed any momentum of The Strangers has had. And they're horror icons for a reason, despite their movies not always being the best. You kind of screwed the pooch there. And also the violence in this movie felt pretty tamed as well. Overall, I'm not even going to waste any more time on this movie because I've gone on long enough. If I go on any more, this will be at least 18 and a half minutes. This trilogy was a waste. This experience of this third movie is a waste. It is going to be one of the worst movies of this year by the time we get to it. This is just a pure stupidity. And just fucking lame. If you enjoyed this movie, that's fine. I don't understand how you could, especially in a guilty pleasure way. But this is just not a good way to do a trilogy of films. And this is not even the best way to make the best movie possible. And it's not satisfying for me to see any of these characters, any of this crew, Renny Harlin and Madelaine Petsch's talents completely wasted like this. I'm ticked off. I'm ticked off that 3 years later, from 2024 to 2026, this is what they give me. If you're going to watch The Strangers, just stick with the first movie. Also stick with Parade Night. If you enjoyed the first two in this new trilogy, you'll like this one. If not, you will not. It's seriously pathetic. I know there's going to be more bad movies and disappointing movies this year, but I'm just asking for one thing. Can I please ask for some fucking great or good or master classes of cinema this year? Can I please ask for a few good movies, a few near perfect or masterpieces or great films this year going forward? Please, that's all I ask. I'm fucking glad this is over. I'm glad I survived all three of these movies for y'all viewing pleasure. This trilogy is a waste of time. Madelaine, Renny Harlin, y'all deserve better than this, man. This movie gets my seal of disapproval. I was this close to giving it the worst of the worst, which is to get out of my face. But because of those very few positives, you're lucky you're barely getting away with those. In the comment section down below, what did you guys think of this movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you see it? What do you think of this overall Strangers trilogy overall? If I have to rank them, this chapter 2 is the worst. Then chapter 1, and then chapter 3. And that says a lot. All my social media links are in the description box down below to my Facebook and such. If you like to send any money to my Cash App or Chime, you can do that as well. Also, if you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, by all means, have at it. Enjoy yourself. Be sure to subscribe and like and hit the notification bell to get notified when more videos such like this is over. Thank goodness this Strangers trilogy is over, because this has been an ordeal. And not only that, this has just been one of the most disappointing trilogies and disappointing things I've seen.